Hello YouTube. Hope everybody's have a good Sunday. Raining outside today. But I wanted to do some seeds indoors, and I'll show you which ones. Also talk about some random stuff that I've been running in my mind. But other than that, okay. Well, I bought Tabasco hot peppers because I like the Tabasco sauce. About 30 seeds of these, and some mortgage lifter tomatoes, which I hope they grow pretty good. I'm not sure. I've never heard of them until I bought them. And then also some green peppers that I harvested. So yeah. Anywho, before you get started, your soil. Well, I bought a thing of Jiffy natural organic seed, and then this huge, humongous 75 plant or cell. And with soil, I went ahead and started it, so it'll take not so much time. But go ahead and mix some soil with some water. That way it'll absorb it a little bit. And try not to use tap water because the chlorine and all the stuff they add, it can kill your plants. I'm a big believer in rainwater, so I catch rainwater in the summertime. Rain barrel that I got outside. Anywho, get some started. Also, I already marked a straw to help mark the depth. But all of these seeds take about a quarter of an inch, so I marked it. Okie dokie, let's start. I apologize for not having the best video quality. I was going to do it live, make it a little bit easier, but I only got a laptop and a cell phone, so I've been recording. I don't have a fancy handheld camera. I'll put it on there for you. I'll say about these two cells right here I'm going to use for the tomatoes. And your soil, when you wet it, try to get like I would say cornbread consistency, the cornbread dough. And that way, instead of filling your cells up with dry soil and then trying to wet it, that way you know that it is going to be wet all the way through. And yeah, I also plan to build a little shelf in front of the window so I can set these on it. Hopefully I do well. Last year when I did my seeds, I used little styrofoam cups and I set them right here in front of this window right here. It didn't do so well. So let's see. So, and then I did tomato plants into 5-gallon buckets, and they didn't grow well. I believe I didn't have enough fertilizer, and then when I was working in Duffield, I was gone a lot, and so I really didn't get much time to be able to keep up with everything. That's one hard thing about working and trying to plant, and it just makes it very difficult to do anything. Let me get down here on the floor. But I mean, you can always try to do your best of what you can on where you're at and what you got. I bought these seeds off eBay. They were pretty cheap, and they're non-GMO, so I can harvest the seeds for next year if they grow. So hopefully everything will go well and the weather won't be so wet. Past couple of years, it's just been a wet season. In summertime, a lot of plants just get flooded out. And the land that I got, it has good drainage, but the soil, I believe, is a little bit closer to probably a sandy, rocky kind of place, but other than that, it's got good soil. I want to do a soil test later on. I still gotta get the garden tilled and whatnot. And I found out that my giant Flemish rabbit is a male, so I was gonna try to breed. I got a partner that I can breed her female rabbits. We have different bloodlines, but so hopefully that'll go well and I get those going. And I started building on my chicken tractor yesterday and ran out of wood. I gotta get some more wood. Try to get that done. I've been letting the chickens out during the day. You know, who wants to be cooped up in a coop? I wouldn't. But where I live, it's not really legal. But nobody's really said anything, so. Since I dispatched those 2 roosters, they look like they're healing a little bit better. They're looking better. But the one rooster I did leave is, you know, of course he's gonna pluck at them here and there, but it's not as bad as 3 roosters attacking him. And yeah, I still haven't been able to go to the store and get some oyster shell for them. Yesterday I was going to make a video of this yesterday, but I got busy. I had to do floor and I lay down flooring for my kitchen, which looks great, but very difficult doing it by yourself. Pain in the butt. Also, I had some, you know, I'm at work and, you know, I'm by myself up there, you know, flipping slabs. And I'll start thinking, and I have little mini debates in my head, I guess, and I'll write it down. That way I can discuss it, or you know, not forget what I was thinking. Or so I thought I'd talk about it with y'all while I'm doing this, because, you know, I'm putting dirt and seeds in a cell. It's not really much to it. But those Tabasco seeds, you can do a lot of things with them. I plan to put them in a jar with vinegar, and it makes a pretty spicy, tasty sauce or juice of it. Oh, and I did shave my beard. I look a lot younger. And like I said, I was going to do it live, but I don't understand all of that coding stuff. Let's see. Oh, there they are. On the Mortgage Lifter tomatoes, they were made, I can't remember who it was, but he made them when he was going in debt, and he owned a lot of bills, so he planted a lot of tomatoes, and they grew pretty good for him, and he's bred these to where he wanted to be, and they stuck. So they call them Mortgage Lift tomatoes because he paid off his mortgage with them. Anyway.
What's that? What's that?
Seeds.
Fish?
Yep. Don't mess with it.
Alright.
But when you're planting these, do 2 seeds per cell. That way, if they don't germinate well, they'll have, you at least have a better chance of one growing. But if they both grow pretty good, you can always try to pluck them out and try to replant if you can get it going pretty good.
What is it?
Anyways, you get my straw here.
It's right here.
Go 1/4 deep.
Did you stop the video?
Yes.
No.
Then drop your seeds in.
Huh? I'm gonna put some seeds. No. No, eat.
Just cover it up.
Cover up. I wanna put one.
Sorry I had to pause there. It's hard to do this with a 2-year-old trying to question and touch everything, but anywho. Go ahead and fill your cells up to the brim of before it goes to the overflow. That way there ain't no much shade for them to be in. Let me get these seeds in, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm not done finished putting the seeds in, but I want to go ahead and talk to you about some of the topics that I've been thinking. I was thinking about vaccinations. It's a big debate. But I do believe that over the years, if we've been vaccinating so many, for so many things, that's why we created superbugs, and that's what causing a lot of problems. And that you think back in the day, they didn't have a lot of vaccinations, but I know they had a lot of problems health-wise. Probably diseases and kids getting sick. It's just It's just different things happen. But I believe there should be a certain point where we stop vaccination, because once we get our bodies used to being vaccinated, and then it just won't try to build an immune system. Little seeds, little seeds. Another thing was, you know, I think about the homeless. Hold on 1 second. Alrighty. I need to hurry get this done. I got a lot of chores to do today. Hopefully I can get a better camera to be able to do this. It's a lot difficult with just a camera or with the computer. And thanks for, the subscribers. I'm doing my best of what I can. I learn a lot from watching everybody on YouTube and what I can read and do. I got like 6 loads of laundry I need to do. Wife's at work. She gets off at 11. I was supposed to go to one of my daughter's teacher's house and look at her goats and stuff. Hopefully, I like to get me one. Now I got a lot of stuff down here you can eat, but I don't know which one would be more stubborn to deal with, my kids or the goat. I need to finish the fencing, which hopefully will be soon, but I don't think the fencing is high enough for them. That way I can't let them, if they get loose and start going and eating the neighbors' flowers and stuff, I'll be in trouble. I got 9 tomato seeds left. I'll save those for later. We cover seeds back up, not too much. No, try not to pack them in. That way it won't be so hard for them to try to break soil. And like I said, it takes about, let's see, it's about 14 to 20 days to germinate. Just you gotta keep an eye on your soil, the moisture. You don't want to be so dry, it just suck the life out of them. And then you gotta watch the temperature. Doing indoors, it's not that hard to control. Just don't go above 90, because then that's when it'll start, bacteria will take over it and kill it. And then but between 60 and 70, it does pretty well. And plus you're being a window, and it's got a lid to this, so it acts like a greenhouse, so it traps in heat and moisture. Now I need to find me a tiller to till up the ground outside, which I got the chicken and rabbit manure on it. I've been letting it sort of break down before I do till it in. Rabbit poop is, I think, probably the best fertilizer. For of course, for certain things. But for like tomatoes and the more acidic-y, the plants that need more acidic, I would go with very little bit more chicken. But then you also can buy fertilizers and plant food at the store. But, there was another topic that I wanted to talk about. I don't know if they used to do this before or not. I'm only 26, so I don't know much of the past. But like the homeless and people, don't have a place. Give them a place to live and some land to plant. That way, that'd be food for them, and it could act as an income for them. And I thought that'd be a good idea. And also for ADHD, I know it can be a pain in the butt for kids or for adults and kids when they're in school trying to learn. But I believe it's actually a, I don't consider it a disability. I think it's an advantage. You can, you're hyped up and you don't be able to much pay attention to what the world is doing, but you do have more creative mind. But I think when you drag it up, you're just killing the brain. You're just killing the dream. You gonna sit in the chair?
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. I have to make more soil, mix more soil. You want to draw?
Yeah.
Next, I think I'll be planting the Tabasco and then the peppers. I've never planted peppers before, so I don't know how good it's going to do. And like I said, last year I planted tomatoes in 5-gallon buckets, which didn't do so well. So hopefully I'll be planting them out in the garden. I planted last year. I planted a couple things. The garden didn't do so well, but my dry beans did. They grew pretty good. And it was a lot to harvest, which was good.
Let's see.
Let me make some more soil up and I'll be right back.
Let's
Alright, I went ahead and filled up my cells. Next I'm going to grow plant the Tabasco. For these, you plant them indoors, a quarter deep, and the soil needs to be at least 75 to 85 degrees for best germination. It'll give them about 14 days, thin apart, 12 to 24 inches apart, and then a lot of sun. I've never grown pepper plants before, so hopefully they do well because I really like them.
What's up? What's up?
But
Bye.
I hope I'm not boring you. I'm just trying to get these planted. Like I said, I got a lot to do. And I got Mr. Hands over here trying to grab everything.
Daddy. Daddy.
Yes.
What's that?
It's a ruler. I'll take measure.
Big picture?
Take measure. You know how parents always said, hope your kids are like you when you was a kid? Well, I believe that's true. My dad always told me, when you grow up, your kid's gonna be just like you, and you'll know how you was. So I believe I see myself in my kids, that's for sure. But it wouldn't have me any other way.
Hey, Daddy.
Well, put it down for me.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been a long week. We worked 50 hours this week, and week went slow, and work was rough. I was wondering if who else is going to the Great Appalachian Conference over in Tennessee. I still don't understand what the early bird is. If somebody can explain that, that'd be awesome. But I want to try to get another side job. That way I can afford a ticket for me and Fran and probably Noah. Go over there and spend a day and get to meet everybody. I know